Hey folks, it's another comparison. We're comparing the Breville Barista Express to the Crossland CC1. Hi, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and we're just going to go over the stats of these. They're similar in price. The Barista Express is a little bit less, but we're going to talk about the features of each machine. The CC1 stainless steel case all the way around, really quite nice. Has a actual PID built in that you can change the temperature of the boiler. And by the way, this is a single boiler machine. It has a boiler, stainless steel boiler on the inside, and it also has a thermal block for the steam side. So that's kind of good. You're only cranking up the thermal block when you're asking for steam. So you can change the temperature of the boiler. It also in there, you can program 3 different buttons. This is the 1 cup, the 2 cup, and the third one's called pod. It's just another cup that you can tell the machine how much you want to go down into the cup. That's just the third program mode, in other words. Pre-infusion, wait time, brew time, automatically done. Does it for you, shuts off. And I could get into the menu in here, but you know, it's the typical stuff. You just program the temperature of the boiler and the pre-infusion, the weight, and the brew time. Nice digital readout. 58 millimeter portafilter. We happen to have the bottomless. It does not come with the bottomless, but it's available. 58 millimeter. It is also comes with the single basket, double basket, and one portafilter handle. Oh, let me leave this out. This is the water tank right back in here, 68 ounces. And you know, once you get the hang of getting this thing out of here, it's really not that hard, but a lot of people seem to have a hard time with it. But there it is. It just slides right back in. Drip tray right down here. Comes out just like that with a stainless steel insert. And that's where your 3-way solenoid valve comes down and engages with the drip tray here. And excess moisture down into the drip tray from the portafilter. That's about it. The cup surround up here comes off so that you can wash it off, wipe this all off, and the ambient heat from the boiler, that's pretty darn hot, comes up through these holes and will heat your cups. Traditional steam arm over here, and like I mentioned, it is a thermal block, so it's going to be a little bit slower, and let me show you that. Actually, I'm going to ask it to come up to steam temperature, and it's going to take just a little bit. So while that's getting up to steam temperature, let's come over to the Barista Express. This does not have a grinder built in. The Barista Express has its own grinder built in. The control for the grinder is right over here to make it finer or coarser, so you can dial it in. Also, the bean hopper up here is removable, which is kind of nice. When you're in that mode like that, you can take this out. It locks the beans so that they don't fall out the bottom, and you can switch things around and you're back in service again. Put new beans in. The topper comes out on this for cleaning and doing anything you want to, clean that out in there. Go like that. Now, watch. The machine is disabled while that's in the open mode to take it out. Once you lock it, that's it. Right down here is the control for how much is going to be ground. This is not the grinder setting. This is how much will go down into your portafilter. And the way you use this is a little moisture. Push this in and give a tap, and it'll grind right down into your portafilter if you go in all the way. This is actually a stainless steel portafilter, which is kind of nice. 51 millimeter or 53 millimeter baskets, and engages right in there. Has a tamper that comes out. It's magnetically held in place up there for your tamping. 2 programmable buttons right over here for the size of the volume of the coffee that's going to be down in your cup. It also has pre-infusion, wait time, and then brew. You cannot adjust the pre-infusion or the wait time on this. It's pre-done at the factory, and it is what it is. But you can program how long the whole brew goes so that you get the right amount in your cup. Hot water right here, steam button right here, and if you go this way, you're going to get hot water. If you go this way, you're going to get steam. And this is a thermo coil. It has a boiler in there, kind of like a boiler. That has, it's aluminum with stainless steel line. It has a chamber, like round chamber that goes down in a spiral through it. I saw one cut. In fact, there might be a video on that. Look back in the archives, you might see a video on that thermal coil. We sawed it apart and showed you how it works. It actually heats the water on the fly. It does not contain hot water in that boiler except what's left in that coil from you using it. So this is filter size. If I have it on a single or a double, it'll give me single, this amount. If I put it on double, it doubles the amount down into the portafilter, the ground coffee. Water tank right back here, 67 ounces. So 68 over here in the Crossland, 67 over here, very comparable. Stainless steel clad. It's not a solid stainless steel, it's stainless steel clad. What else can I tell you about it? Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Here's your drip tray. Right down in here. Okay, yeah, typical drip tray. But what's kind of nice is right here, this little tray pulls out. This machine comes with the single and the double, 2 sets of baskets. And you'll see the difference in these right here. This is a double wall pressurized basket. This is a non-pressurized basket. This is for people that don't want to get all exact with the tamp or the grind. Then if you want to move it up and you feel like you're getting better at it, you go to the non-pressurized, you're going to get a little bit better, once you get everything dialed in, a little bit better shot. So that's kind of nice. Comes with a few tools, a brush for the grinder. It also comes with a little needle thing to clean out the tip of the steam arm. Comes with what's called a razor. When you fill your, let's use this one. When you fill up your basket with coffee, tamp it. If there's too much in there, you put this in and go around, and it's going to make it all at the same level, dump out any excess that might be in there. So it comes with that, and this is your cleaning disc for performing the cleaning that's talked about in the menu, or not the menu, the manual. Let me put this all back in here. That can stay down there. And did you see what happened when I pulled that out? Catches onto it and pulls it out automatically. Breville thinks of everything when it comes to that kind of stuff. So let me show you the steaming. See, this steaming is ready. And you hear that thumping? That's a thermal block. Gonna get this one ready too. So that's the steaming power on that. I wanted to show you that because when you get and this one is blinking, it's not ready to, it's heating up to steam temperature, which is much hotter than brew temperature. Thermal coil, thermal block, they are slower forms of making steam. Some people say that's a disadvantage. I myself don't think it's so much of a disadvantage. You can hear the same thumping, pulsing. Why I think that's good? For people that are not as experienced with a non-Panarello steam arm, a traditional steam arm, this gives you a lot more time to work the milk and get your technique down instead of just blowing big bubbles all over the place. So I actually think it's a good thing. Autofill, it's gonna fill up that thermal coil automatically so it doesn't overheat and burn up. The CC1 does the same thing. So just to finalize the comparison, 53 millimeter, 58 millimeter, programmable here. This also has a sort of a PID built into it. They call it a PID. It is not adjustable except for factory setting. You can go 4 degrees higher. You can go 4 degrees lower. But there's no readout like that. It isn't going to be that you can change it 10 degrees or anything like that. This is more of a true PID. This gives you some flexibility. So, programmable, true PID, 4 degrees up, 4 degrees down. Stainless steel casing on this is actual stainless through and through. This is a clad. What else? Grinder built in. totally different. This does not have a grinder built in. You're going to need a standalone grinder for this. This only comes in the non-pressurized. This gives you the flexibility of pressurized and non-pressurized if you want to grow with your coffee habit, or the habit's going to grow with you, whatever, however it works. Traditional, thermoblock, thermocoil. There you go. I think that's a pretty fair assessment of these two machines. So check out the rest of the stats on our website. It's all there. And, oh, don't forget to subscribe. You out there, I know there's one or two of you that haven't subscribed yet. Although I have to say, recently we've ramped it up another 1,000. So that's a good thing. Thank you for all of that. All of you extra 1,000 out there that joined us, and stick with us and spread the love. Tell your friends. Comments down below, and catch us for the next review.